Babes, welcome back. I hope you're all extremely well. I hope you're staying warm because it is so freaking cold in Ohio right now. Hopefully you're living somewhere where it's warm. It is so freezing. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 Louis Vuitton bags that are no longer trendy, that are not in style right now. And I feel like this is going to be a bit of a controversial video for 2 reasons. Number one, a lot of the bags that I'm going to be mentioning today, not all of them, but some of them are considered timeless and classic. And I have put them in videos here on my channel where I did say that they're timeless and classic pieces and that you really can't go wrong with them. However, I do believe that even though some pieces are timeless and classic, they can be currently out of style. So not trendy at the moment. You know what I mean? Trends come and go. So if you're someone that's not trendy, which is my number 2 as to why this might be controversial, then you might find this video not very helpful. But if you're someone that likes to follow trends and that likes to be in style at the moment, okay, which there's nothing wrong with it if you don't, because there are so many amazing people that wear incredible outfits that don't follow trends. But I personally like to follow trends. I like to follow a good trend, and these are just bags that are currently not trendy. Currently, we're not seeing them on Instagram. We're not seeing them really being talked about on YouTube or any other social media platform. So that's why I wanted to put them in this video. Now, this doesn't mean that these are bad bags or that they're not classics or that you should get rid of them if you have any of them. It just simply means that for the time being, they're just not very popular at the moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, that doesn't mean that in a couple of months or next year, they're still gonna be out of style. Does that make sense? I hope it's making sense what I'm trying to say. I'm sure you guys understand. So let me stop rambling and let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so let's get this video started with a bang. Let's start off with the most controversial item. I feel like so many people are gonna come for me. Go ahead. Roast me in the comments, go for it. So the first bag that I wanna talk about is the Speedy. I know, it's labeled classic, it's labeled timeless, and I do believe that it is a classic piece. However, I honestly have to say this. If you really like the Speedy for the way it looks, like, you know what I mean? Like if you look at it and you're like, wow, this bag is beautiful to me, obviously get it. You know what I mean? Always buy what you love and what makes you happy. Like we need to say that more. Like don't, if something doesn't make you feel good, don't buy it. But if something makes you feel amazing, totally go for it. Who cares what anybody else says, even if it's Crocs. But the Speedy, I feel like I have not seen this bag really have a moment in a long time. And even though I know people are gonna argue with me and say, you know, it's timeless and you can always wear it and blah, blah, blah. If I'm thinking of styling outfits right now, putting outfits together, being fashionable, being trendy, the Speedy is just not a bag that I would choose to wear. Again, it doesn't mean it's a bad bag or there's something wrong with it, but it's just not a trendy piece at the moment. You know, but if you love it, you have it in your collection and it's one of your favorite bags and you use it a lot, you do you. But I do also have to say that, and you guys tell me how it is where you live, but like, I don't think I have ever, I don't think I've ever seen someone recently use the Speedy in real life or even on social media. Like I've just not seen it. Now that doesn't mean nobody wears it, obviously, but it's just not, like I said, it's just not very, very trendy right now. It's not a bag that's on trend at the moment. Let's talk about the next bag, which is the Noe. And I feel like, again, people are gonna come for me. I think it's a great bag. I've thought about purchasing it so many times. It's just a bucket bag, but I think bucket bags in general are just not a vibe right now. We're really seeing a lot of armpit bags. We're seeing a lot of tiny vintage bags. We're seeing just different styles, and bucket bags are just not it. And I think therefore it's a bag from Louis that's just not very popular at the moment. Nonetheless, I do have to say, little Chloe, what are you doing? Therefore, I do have to say that I do believe, what am I? Oh my God, the cat totally distracted me. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I do think it's still a good bag if you like a bucket bag or whatever. But if you're trying to follow trends and if you're trying to be trendy at the moment, I would not go for the Noe right now. Okay, next up, She's ridiculous. She just like, you know, she came over here. I'm like, now I have to stop the video. So next up are multicolor bags. So the multicolor line, like anything white with lots of colors, or not white, but just multicolor in general. I feel like multicolor bags were really, really trendy, and they really had a moment. Like, they were a thing, and I know there are still a lot of people that love them. However, I am sorry to break it to you, they're just not a thing anymore. I feel like they almost look outdated, and I personally have never been a fan of those bags. I think they look cheap. I think they look tacky. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone, but that's just my personal opinion. But even if I didn't feel that way, like I said, I just feel like, wow, that was rude. I just feel like they're just not a thing right now. When is the last time you have seen someone wear multicolor anything from Louis? Like, someone tell me. Maybe I'm living on the moon or something, but I literally have not seen someone use an item that was multicolor like in a long time. Okay, the next bag is a crossbody bag that I literally cannot pronounce the name of. I have to honestly say that when I was doing research for this video, I was like, I really like this bag. Definitely out of style though, definitely not very popular. And I remember when I worked and like when I worked at the like a pre-loved luxury boutique and like did some other social media stuff, they had that bag in a lot, and it would never ever sell. Like, it would just not sell. You can find it for like really cheap on the pre-loved market, like $500 and below, but it's actually a really nice bag. Like, I like the look of it, and I feel like it might be one of those pieces that eventually is gonna be, you know what I mean, like all the rage again. But like right now, it's just not a very popular piece. And last but not least is a tote, and I think it's pronounced Capas Piano. I don't know. We don't know how to pronounce it. If anybody knows how to pronounce it, leave it down below. So I really hate this tote. Sorry if anybody has it. I don't like the way it looks. I feel like there's so many like more beautiful totes out there, totes that just look more stylish and more sophisticated and even more luxurious. This is just not it. It's so basic, and just for me personally, I would definitely prefer to never full. But yeah, this is a bag that I think is really not in style right now at all. It's just kind of, you know, gone out the door and it hasn't come back. And you know, a good way to find out if a bag is in trend or not is looking at the price on the resale market. If you can find a Louis bag that's like older for under 500 bucks, chances are 90% of the time that is really not that popular at the moment, unless nobody else has caught on to it yet and it's like, you know, just coming back. Because if you look at a lot of like vintage bags that are like super old but that are really trendy right now, there are a couple that I'm thinking of right now, but oh my God, but I fell off the chair. Then the price is like insane. It'll be like over $1,000, and you're like, what the hell for a bag that's like 20 years old? But it just all has something to do with demand. The more people want it, the more the price goes up. And if a lot of people don't want something, the price will go down. And this was another bag that I feel like was in the store a lot and nobody ever reached for. And I would much rather save the $400 or $500 that you would spend on this and buy something a little bit better. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys liked it. Cat and almost falling off the chair at all. This was kind of a wild video. I've been up since 6 a.m. too, and I had a little bit of a crazy night. So anyways, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.